For Dalek-human hybrid, he doesn't really look much like me. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm DalekAnnieUm. I didn't exactly introduce myself in my last video. The name comes from my name and the metal that these lovely doom-filled creatures are made out of. The Daleks are the worst enemy of a man called the Doctor, aka probably the biggest reason you're watching this video right now. Anyway, I make videos about Doctor Who. Yes, I'm kind of a geek. Yes, I do get a big idiot grin on my face when I hear somebody go off on a scientific rant about a TARDIS. And no, I don't so much care if you think that's lame or not. On to Doctor Who related things. Georgia Moffat, the girl who played Jenny, the 10th Doctor's daughter, in the 4th series episode, The Doctor's Daughter, is now engaged to be married to the very man who played her father on the show. Jenny was created from a sample of the Doctor's DNA. She was born as a fully grown adult soldier on a planet that the Doctor, Martha, and Donna had all been whisked away to. Jenny died near the end of the episode, but she miraculously came back after the Doctor had already left. So, out there somewhere, there's another Time Lord. The Doctor technically is not the last of his kind. Ooh, I just got sidetracked. That happens easily. Anyway, another weird part about this engagement is Georgia Moffat's father. He just happens to be Peter Davison, the 5th Doctor. You know, the one with the celery. So the Doctor's daughter is marrying the Doctor, who's also her father. Anyway, here's kind of a circular family tree type of thing that I drew. A Whovian Family Tree by DalekAnnieUm. It starts up here with Peter Davison, or the 5th Doctor. Moves on over to here to Georgia Moffat, his daughter. Continuing on to her almost husband, David Tennant, or the 10th Doctor. Continuing on to Jenny, aka Georgia Moffat, and going back up to Peter Davison. Yeah, it confuses me too. Anyway, the couple plans on being married on New Year's Day of 2012. The Doctor has seen the future, and he knows that the world is not going to end 12 months after his wedding day. So I know I promised I'd be talking about NASA's K9 rover this video. The thing is, I emailed NASA some questions about the rover. I'm not going to make a video about the rover until after I get my response from NASA. So, in its place, I'll be talking about parallel universes. Parallel universes are something that's discussed an awful lot in the wide world of Doctor Who. Rose Tyler's living on a parallel Earth with her mother, her not-dead father, and their new baby son. Here, the writers of Doctor Who explore the idea that parallel worlds are exactly the same as our worlds, just a little bit different. In Donna Noble's parallel world, however, just about everything was different. Because of one little choice that Donna made, the entire world was different. These two portrayals of parallel worlds are both seen as something that could quite possibly exist. In the days of the Twilight Zone, the idea that there might be parallel worlds or multiverses was seen as radical and ridiculous. Today, they are seen as radical and real. Scientists are always coming up with new theories as to how parallel worlds could be real and how they could be created. One way to explain parallel worlds created by choices is to draw out an image. You start out with a Y. Traveling up the base of the Y, you come to a fork in the road, which represents a decision that you have to make. Say you choose left. You continue traveling left, but you eventually come to another fork in the road. another decision. This time, you choose right. Follow right, another fork in the road, choose left, continue, choose right, etc. All of these choices led you to create a universe around yourself. The yellow highlighted path is your path, based on the decisions that you made. But you can't forget the other side of the original Y. Some believe that another version of you chose the other side of the Y, creating another universe. Just like on your path, parallel you took different turns down different roads, leading to their own decisions and their own path. Highlighted in blue. Now, if that wasn't enough to tie your brain in a knot, just picture this. All of these forks in the road that you and parallel you had to make decisions for, well, other little parallel yous chose the directions that you didn't, thereby creating their own parallel universes. Scientists believe that all of these parallel worlds exist. All the parallel yous exist. And each one of these are separate paths that you chose at one point or another. I know this is all very confusing, but it's fun, isn't it? Anyway, there are thousands of theories on parallel worlds. This was just one way of looking at it. Some examples of parallel worlds throughout the Whoniverse are: there's the third Doctor story arc in which the Doctor is accidentally transported to a parallel world. In this parallel world, his other self is the ruler of the Republic of Great Britain. There's a seventh Doctor episode in which King Arthur and the rest of Arthurian legend come through from another dimension. They claim that the Doctor is Merlin. The 10th Doctor, Rose, and Mickey all fell through the vortex. They landed on a parallel world in which Rose's dad and Mickey's gran were both still alive. After defeating the cyber invasion, Mickey stayed on parallel Earth. Rose left with the Doctor, but later unwillingly returned. To survive the battle at Canary Wharf, Rose is now living on parallel Earth with Pete, Jackie, and their baby son. Don and Noble, along with hundreds of other library goers, were saved from certain death. Literally, they were saved. To a computer hard drive. In a virtual world. I'll let you watch that episode on your own. Donna also had a parallel world created around her when she made the choice that led her to not meeting the Doctor. On this parallel world, the Doctor died because Donna wasn't there to save him when he defeated the Arachnos Empress. This changed the world on a very large scale. Everyone in an entire hospital, except for one medical student, all died. London was destroyed, and the Adipose invaded America. By the way, did I mention that there's some spoilers in this episode of DalekAnnieUm? While the Doctor enjoys fish fingers and a bowl of custard, in Beijing they eat fish custard a bit differently. If you're feeling adventurous and want to try something Doctor with a hint of China, you can always whip up some steamed carp in egg custard. So I was thinking about making this dish for a new experience today, and while I love Chinese food, I think I'm going to skip this dish. Let's try it the doctor's way instead. You know, this isn't exactly my meal of choice, but I won't say no if I'm hungry. Hey everybody, this is the end of the video. This is Dalek Sec.
This is a shout out to Zombie Cow Production, Zombie Cow Production, Zombie Cow Production, Zombie Cow Turducken, Zombie Cow, oh zombie, 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 zombie cow.